Welcome to Coffee with Jeff. I've been approached by several members of the Locators Association of Australia to try and spread the word to Joe Public on some of the difficulties that locators face. So what better way than a short and sweet 5-minute video over coffee? Leading off, I want to discuss customer expectations and the limitations that locators face. Many clients expect that once they've engaged a professional locator, that is where their responsibilities end, and that every underground utility can and will be located and marked on the ground. Unfortunately, nothing could be further from the truth. Let me explain. Locators are not supermen or women. They do not have X-ray eyes. They cannot look at the ground and pinpoint every service that is there. This is an unrealistic expectation. In an endeavour to deliver public safety and avoid damage to vital infrastructure, professional locators use several tools to assist them to locate services. Firstly, prior to arriving on site, they lodge a plan request with the Before You Dig Australia Plan Referral Service. This service provides plans from the utility owners for the work area. Whilst this service is a blessing, it unfortunately has several shortcomings. For example, not every asset owner is a member of the service. Some asset owners require you to visit an alternative website or a personal trip to their office to obtain information about their utilities. But the problem is there is no way of knowing which asset owners are members and who has chosen not to be. The second point about the plans is that every asset owner clearly states that their plans are indicative and are drawn to a quality level D. We will talk more about quality levels in a future chat, but briefly, quality level D is the least accurate and provides the highest risk. Contrary to beliefs, plans do not show the utility's precise location. Most do not tell the utility size, the material it is made of, its depth or distance from boundary or back of curb. I can almost guarantee that every locator you engage will start their locate with what is known as electromagnetic locating, EML for short. EML is the most widely used form of locating and is based on the laws of physics. The locator applies a signal to a metallic and conductive pipe or cable and traces this signal with the receiving wand. One of the laws of physics states that the alternating current produced by the transmitter must be applied to a metallic and conductive line so that the electromagnetic field can be produced. This is what the receiver senses. Sadly, many factors can affect the quality of our locate. Competent locators must on a daily basis deal with poorly earthed utilities, uninsulated pipes, and multiple services in the area. Oh, did I mention distortion and field interference? Just another couple of things that the locator must overcome. Unfortunately, not every service in the ground is metallic and conductive. Asset owners use a variety of materials, usually based on cost, to install their utilities. Gas companies use nylon or PE pipes. Water and sewer utilities also use PE, as well as asbestos, concrete or vitrified clay, whilst telecommunication companies are switching to fibre optic cables for their networks. And without a trace wire being installed at the time of installation, all of the above are virtually untraceable. Many locators will also have access to ground penetrating radar. Now, GPR is a technology that uses high frequency EM pulses into the ground and records the return travel time of the signal to produce information on a screen. Whilst a marvellous tool, the GPR also has limitations that need to be considered. The effectiveness of the GPR is adversely affected by certain soil types, in particular clay, as well as moisture content of the soil. Moist soil with a high saline content is particularly difficult. It will also struggle with small targets at depth. For example, an optic fibre at 3 meters will be almost impossible to detect. So you can see that locating underground services is a difficult task, and on occasions, and for a variety of reasons, and no matter the skill or the experience level of the locator, services can be missed. I mentioned at the beginning of this talk about responsibilities the client has. There is one further responsibility that needs to be considered, and that is they must have the services that have been identified by the locator potholed by non-destructive excavation to positively identify and verify the locator's markings. It is the most important step of the whole process. Well, that's it for this session. I hope that the information proves valuable. If there are any topics that you would like to see discussed, drop me a line. jeff.moore@locatingunlimited.com.au. Until next time, stay safe.